Action.
Okay, so we have come to the end of our talk. And for us to conclude, we have this couple of students here who want to interview to find out their general impression so far about the talk. So I'm going to introduce my guests, and I'll start with my big man at the extreme right. So please mention your name and the program that you're offering.
Yeah, I'm MOHAMMED MALIK. I'm offering diagnostic medical sonography.
Sonography. So that is usually known as DMS. So diagnostic medical sonography, DMS. And then followed by
HACKMAN, French, Kwame, diagnostic imaging technology.
Okay, so that one was also popularly known as DIT, diagnostic imaging technology. And then we have
ACHEAMPONG Stephen Day.
then your program.
Diagnostic medical sonography.
Okay, so we have another sonography student here also. Then finally we have
MATHIAS, DARKEY. Diagnostic medical sonography.
oh, okay, so it seems the proportion is not really balanced. We have 3 medical sonographers and then we have 1 diagnostic imaging technologist, but it doesn't matter. So let me start with you, Stephen. Let me start with you. So how did you see the talk? What's the general impression on the talk?
Basically, I really was enthused. I was really curious about seeing the mammography and the mammogram. And anything that entails X-ray, I was just so into X-rays or modalities that involve the use of X-rays. So in seeing the use of the mammogram, I think I'm quite impressed of what I saw, because it takes it involves gentility, patience, takes care of the patient as well, and even the way you maneuver the machine, it's so amazing. Yeah, so I think, yeah, based on the ultrasound too, I was very, very curious on that. And me getting to know that we have different types of probes that you can use to
Different
scan,
examinations.
yeah, and how the patient is being made to lie down, have different forms of
Positioning for.
yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm quite impressed.
Okay.
And for the fact that you also have this modality, fluoroscopy. Yeah, the patient can even stand and take imaging scan. Like, that's so beautiful. So I think, yeah, my expectations have been met.
Okay, so our friend Stephen here, in fact, he has really spoken from the heart, and then he has shown that his impressions, his expectations for this particular talk, all of them have been met. And let me ask you, did you get an opportunity to see any of the cases being done when you went through those various units? Did you get to a particular unit where there was a patient and then they were doing an examination? Did anyone have us an experience?
Yeah, with general X-ray, they had to take the X-ray of the forearm.
Okay.
So in order for them to get it, they have to do it the lateral one before the oblique form.
Okay.
So they have to do it in a 2 sections. So it was very nice.
Okay.
Yeah. And the technologists over there too, they are very patient and hardworking too.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's very good. So he was very fortunate. He saw firsthand some of the examinations being done. Now let me come to you, Darkey. So before the program, before this particular talk, you see, I know that you spent like 3 months in the lecture rooms, always hearing about X-rays. I'm sure the most used and most abused phrase or word in your lecture rooms will be X-rays. I think I'm right.
Yes.
But now you come there and then you see those machines that we are told they are the ones which produce X-rays. So what was the impression before you came for the talk? How did you see your program?
Actually, before the talk, it was always abstract when the lecture came in and it's talking about all this mammogram, talking about the fluoroscopy and stuff. It's always like you have to be imagining how the thing looks like, how it works and stuff like that. But I think this tour has all really opened my understanding about the whole thing and has made the whole thing relatable. And it's really changed my perception about the entire program. And I really love it. And I wish we go more.
have such tours. That's good. And I remember I had an interview with someone, and then the person also said basically what you said, that it used to be abstract, but when the person came for the tour, he sees the realities, he sees the things that he'll be working with when he's done with school. That's very good. Now let me go back to you. So now you've seen the modalities. For one thing, you've seen almost all the modalities. So now if you say fluoroscopy machine, you've seen it before. If you talk about CT machine, you've seen it before. So how do you see your program now? After seeing the modalities, how do you see your program?
Yeah, I've now seen the real use of my program, because always when someone wants to enter into the health sector, it's medicine, pharmacy, nursing. They thought it was the only way to help people who are sick. But I now know that my program is the center of what they do. Without us, they can't do their diagnosis and their treatment very well. So I've been proud of who I've become through this program. So I'm very, very, very enthused about it.
So and that tells you the sentiment. In fact, he has shared the sentiment that many people. We couldn't get the opportunity to interview everyone, but I'm sure if you had gotten the opportunity to interview everyone would have said something about the same thing, that's rekindled the love that he has for the program. Now, I always say this, that medical imaging has become the heart of modern medicine. So I always say this, doctors don't diagnose without referring the patient to your unit. So right through trauma cases, where there's an RTA, when there's a discomfort anywhere at all, they always refer them to you, even after they have referred them to the labs for them to take their blood samples and do all those stuff. So it means that our program is also essential, and then our services are needed in the various hospitals. Now let me come back to you, Stephen. Would you recommend the program to anyone? And tell us why.
In fact, I want to recommend, I will create this program because coming to university, I never thought of helping individuals accurately through imaging technology. And I think I have to let everyone out there know that you don't have to think that the only way you can help somebody is through physician assistantship or nursing or being a doctor.
Those are the prestigious ones, the ones that we know.
You don't have to categorize that. Like, you have to know that we even detect the specific error in your system that we might show the doctor. So without us, I don't think the doctor will know what is actually wrong with me. So I think we are the eyes of what? Medicine, or we are the eyes of what? Health sectors. Yeah. So without us, I don't think.
Okay. So from what he has said, it basically means that any day, anytime, anywhere, he will recommend the program to anyone. And on that note, let me finally find out from you, Prince. You see, there are many SHS graduates out there. Majority of them are not in the universities, though they want to be here. They are not here not because they don't have the means, they don't have the financial support, but because they are confused about their future. They don't really know what program to choose. They've seen many students graduate from school, they stay in the house for many years without getting a job. So they are confused, they don't want to waste their time. Do you have any advice for them? What do you have to tell them?
Yeah, actually, before I entered this program, I was thinking about, so after school, you go to school for 4 years, and come and sit in the house, be a bit on your parents, so feeding you. But when I read more about it and I came to the school, and the program, it was fantastic. They even said after school, you can even open your own company. So imagine completing school and having your own company. That means it's a very great thing that you can do. And I recommend it to those who are done with SHS, that when they come to university, they shouldn't think about, if I don't do medicine, it means I'm not important to the society. In the health sector, everybody has his or a role to play. The diagnostic technologists and the sonographers have their role to play. When it comes to diagnosis in the health sector, we are the main people for that. We diagnose and we make sure that we will indicate any pathology so that the doctors can work on it. So I recommend you to them so that they will come and offer a program like that. It's a very interesting program and a very good one, and it will help in the future.
Okay, okay. So if you are out there and then you fall into the category that we are speaking about, you are an SHS graduate, or perhaps you want to pursue a higher education, you want to come to the tertiary institution and then pursue a particular program, he has an advice for you. Look for medical imaging. Medical imaging. Medical imaging. So thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining me tonight for such a wonderful interview. I hope that you have a good night's rest because it's been a very long day. Thank you very much. So this is the end of this particular session of our interview. We'll catch you on the next one.